try to explain why white people don't have culture.
This should be interesting. Let's see what you got.
So essentially, we took a bunch of people from the continent of Africa.
We? You mean your ancestors? When you say we, it kind of gives the impression and puts every white person into the same category of slave owners. But we all know that's not true. That not every white person were slave owners or had slaves. So maybe next time, start with clarifying who we is, or just say me and my ancestors took people from Africa, and then you can go from there. Let's see what else you got to say.
In Africa, there's so many different types of culture.
True.
But we stripped all those people that we took from their culture, and they had to create a new one here. And the one thing all those people had in common was the color of their skin.
What? Oh my god. I lost a couple of brain cells just listening to that part alone. All they had were their skin color. Babes, just the way that not every white person were slave owners, it also applies to everyone who is dark skinned that lived in the United States of America or that lived during slavery. They were not all slaves as well. Your culture doesn't just disappear just in the thin air because slavery happened, because that's not how culture works. But let's keep going.
What we call that they created now is black culture.
I know a lot of people are going to hate this part, but no such thing. There's no black culture, there's no white culture, because culture has nothing to do with your skin color. But it has everything to do with where you were born, where you grew up, the things that you surround yourself with, the people you surround yourself with. I'll give you an example. As someone who wasn't born in Texas, but has been living in Texas for more than a decade now, has adapted to the culture, do you think it's going to be the same as someone who looks exactly like me living in Florida or California? We all have different cultures, not black culture. But let's keep going.
So the second thing that we need to understand is the construct of race.
Oh my god.
And what it's meant to do. It's meant to oppress people of color, and it's meant to oppress specifically people who are closer to blackness.
What in the world is closer to blackness? What does that even mean? We've been waiting on you to prove how white people don't have culture, but all you're doing is talk about black people. Doesn't even make any sense. Then you go ahead to debunk yourself by saying
white culture is essentially white supremacy.
And you also said this.
You have things like Italian culture, and Italians are primarily white, but we would call that Italian culture, not white culture.
Exactly, just like America. So American culture. I rest my case.